Welcome. Hello. I'm back this week. So I've got my report from Lynx Fish Health. I've been to the vet, and the actual vet isn't in today. They've got a locum in. So I don't know, they're giving me some rubbish about it needs to be the actual vet that can sign it off, because I'm taking it off the premises or something like that. So anyway, that'll be tomorrow now. So as it stands, I've got the report, which I'll print another one off actually and show what it looks like at some point. I'll get the original one back. It lists the three types. There was actually three types of bacteria found, and then it lists all the types of antibiotic available, and it gives them a sort of a yes, it's good for it, or no, it's not good for what I've got. So that should be. I should be able to hopefully get my hands on some antibiotics tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, and then start giving them some jabs of the correct stuff. So hopefully. But the only issue I have got now is obviously cold, the weather. Pond's down to about 13.5, maybe 14ish degrees. Although the weather this week is supposed to be picking up. I mean, it's not particularly cold at the minute, but it is cold overnight and in the morning. So I mean, there was a bit of a frost this morning. So any heat that is in the water, I do need to try and keep in. So I'm going to cover, just for the time being, the shower. I'm going to dig the polycarb cover for the shower out, and I might even consider covering the whole pond. I don't know, I haven't got time to cover the whole pond tonight. I'll take Dr. Football, but at some point this week. If it's going to warm up though, I would envisage the pond will go up another degree, maybe two, sort of with the temperatures that are predicted. Shouldn't be a problem, but it's just obviously trying to hold that heat in the water overnight, early morning. So I know a shower is a massive way for heat to be lost, because you've got the water coming through obviously. It's been a bit breezy as well. I think there's a northerly wind, I think I said this last week anyway, there's a northerly wind due at some point soon, so obviously that'll be cold. Great. Anyway, so I'm going to do that now, dig that out, put the cover on the shower just to try and damage limitation with temperature really. Hey. And as far as the fish go, they're looking alright. Obviously with the downward turn in the temperature, it's sort of slowed down a little. I mean, still looking for food, but the redness on the kahaku's mouth, see if it'll come up, it's properly died down, and the eye on the shiro still a little bit red. You'll be able to pick this up, but still a little bit red there. But the pet fin on that shower there is looking okay actually. A few that remain. Anyway, so I'm going to dig that out now and try and get that cobbled back on to the shower. I remember it was a bit of a pig to get off, which means it's probably going to be a bit of a pig to get on. But hey ho, it is what it is. I made it, so I've got no one to blame but myself, have I? So I'm going to dig that out now, and then you can all laugh at me trying to get it on without swearing too much. Anyway, catch you in a minute. There it is. Look at all the brambles. I'm going to get sliced to smithereens. Anyway, at least it's there. I'll lift it at the top. Try and dig it out, I suppose. So here I am, round the back of the pond. What normally happens, something goes wrong. That's not a poem, that's me cocking up. So I've been leaning over, stretching, cutting bits of tape to try and stick the cover on. Oh, that's going to make you laugh. Ready? What the I've stuck the back bit on the bloody side. What am I doing? Clearly it needs to be the small bit, which is over there. This bit is for the back. But wouldn't be a little project without something going wrong, would it? No. Anyway, actually managed to slip it under the in of the shower, which I had a bit of a problem with before, but because it's in two bits, I managed to just slide that in and push it up, so that was easy. But obviously, muck this up. I'll get the proper side bit now and put it on. Should be done in 5 minutes. Famous last words. Ready, ta-da! Done. Now I remembered the other day I painted some of these and screwed a few of these side bits on here. There's a gap there I need to cut a small one for, and I need to give it a quick paint over on the screws and box that a little bit in there. I need to cut a few more bits and measure a few little bits out, which I'm going to do while I've got stuff over there. So that's nearly done. Then, yeah, well, then it's just the back of the lid bit that you can't see, which is all junk and rubbishy. Right, get my tape measure out, measure up for them other few bits over there, and then I'll be done for the day. Well, go and sit at football for a couple of hours, the joys. So, this is my report. So it lists the bacteria that they managed to grow from the sample that I give them, then it lists all their antibiotics and gives you a whether it's good, not very good, or ridiculously not worth trying, and then based on what the prescribed antibiotic is, it gives you the amount to use as well. So I've just been to the vet, took that in, my local vet, which is about 2 minutes up the road. Obviously they know who I am because I go and have the dog, that dog, and yeah, all was pretty simple really. I gave him the letter yesterday, then the day before yesterday I couldn't get back to him yesterday, and then I popped in there today to finish work reasonably early and they're still open, and yeah, they've given me exactly what I need. Relatively simple. They said they've done it before, not for fish but other animals that they wouldn't normally see, that owners are quite happy to treat and look after, as long as they've had a proper report or a diagnosis from a professional within that field maybe. So yeah, really easy to do, so definitely recommend if you need to, if you're having bacterial issues or fish issues and you probably need antibiotics, speak to Paula, who can generate the report that you need, and then as I say, my vet, simple, easy, just went in there, paid for exactly the amount that I needed, and then bobbed your uncle, I'm home. So I'm going to get a few fish out now, the ones that need treating, and give them a jab. Joy. So I'm going to have to knock them out obviously and give them the injection with the correct amount. It's been advised as well by Paula not to inject in the pec muscle, which I have done before, and inject into the triangular scale-free area at the base of the dorsal fin. I might do a little extra video on this because, as I say, I have injected fish before, but I've always injected into the pec. Reason being apparently is it's quite near the heart when you inject into a pec, so the antibiotic going in could do something to its heart, give it a heart attack, etc., whatever else. And the back of the dorsal fin is a way larger muscle, so you get a better spread of the antibiotic within the body of the fish. So anyway, I'm going to do exactly what she says and inject into the back of the dorsal fin. So I'm going to get my stuff together and I'm going to crack on with that right now. Cool. So while I've got the fish here, I'm just going to put a bit of treatment on its eye, but there is it is close up. That is awful. So I'm just going to put a bit of tamidine on that and then give it an injection. Now, the area is back there somewhere. Just there. Nice scale there as well, look. Anyway, I'll put a bit of tamidine on that as well. Right, I've got my syringe ready, got my tamidine ready, the fish is ready, crack on. So the actual injection site, it's just there, you can see there's no scale there, just at the back of the dorsal here. So that's where I'm going to put it in. Right, crack on to it. So that's the mouth. Oh, come back. This is the mouth now. I'm just going to put a bit more tamid on it. It's nowhere near as red as it was, but obviously the water temperatures are a lot cooler now than they were, but still not good. So I'm just going to pop a bit of tamidine on it. It's just had its jab and get it back in the pond.